Hello Cancer, welcome to your year overview reading for year 2019. Just to let you know, this is a general reading. If you want a personal reading, then please go to my website on www.spiritualreadings.net. Okay, and you can also check out your moon and rising sign to get an overall better picture about what's going on for the year ahead for you as well. Just let you know, your feedback is appreciated. If you could please like and subscribe to my channel. I will also be doing a love reading at some point, so do watch out for that. Okay, so I've already pre-shuffled the cards, and I'll be going straight into the reading here for you. Okay, so what's happening in January then? So you've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, and you've got the Emperor in the reverse. So the Nine of Pentacles could be that you don't feel content materially, financially in situation, and as a result in January you feel like you don't have the power or the control to make things happen in January. Okay, and maybe you need to be more independent. Maybe you need to create the material and financial success for yourself, maybe to establish yourself more, because maybe you don't feel like you are established as a person, and therefore you don't feel like you're an authority, or you feel like you don't have the control that you need. Now, if you feel like perhaps you're not content with what you have, then it could be possibly an Aries individual around you who's quite impulsive, arrogant, quite reckless even, okay, and maybe having to deal with an individual around you if it's not for yourself. Okay, and it could be applied on a relationship front or a career front. But either way, this individual, if there's someone around you, is quite arrogant, quite bossy, quite authoritarian. All right, so maybe it's someone who you need to be careful of, or maybe you just need to establish yourself and get control back in January 2019. Looking in February then, so it's showing here in February you've got the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and you've got the Hermit card in the reverse. Okay, so the Ace of Wands in the reverse is perhaps you're not able to ignite your passions or desires in February. Okay, you're not acting on your intuition to create a new beginning about what you really truly want, heartily want. Okay, however, you are going to come out of some sort of seclusion with the Hermit card in the reverse. Okay, maybe you've had some reflection about why you weren't able to pursue your desires or passions in life. Okay, maybe you've got some insight into that. Because in the upright, the Hermit represents you going into reflection mode, going within, but you're coming out of that. You're coming out of solitude, and you're going to be making yourself more known in February. Okay, or it could be even the fact that if it is a relationship, maybe there's not enough passion in the relationship, and as a result, maybe now you decide to go out and see what's out there, haven't got the insight and the information that you need. Okay, but even if it's in a work situation as well, also maybe it doesn't give you the passion that you want in your work in terms of what you really want to do as a career. Okay, maybe you've got some insight about how you want to proceed forward in a job that you want to do. So moving to March then. March, we've got the Page of Wands. Okay, and we've also got the Three of Cups in the reverse. So the Page of Wands can represent a relatively young air sign. It could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Someone's quite adventurous, someone's quite courageous, a go-getter, you know, quite a charismatic young person. Okay, like I said, it could be a fire sign. But it seems like this fire sign is not working in collaboration with you. Okay. Even though they're coming forward to kind of come in the group, it seems like perhaps you're not working in collaboration with this fire sign or this individual. Perhaps you're able to embark on an adventure with this person here, or to have fun. Okay, or it could be that you're just coming out of a third party situation which involves a fire sign if it is on a romantic level. Professionally, there could be someone around you, again, who maybe is there to perhaps to instigate trouble within the group. Alright, if you notice with the wand here, it seems like he's ready to perhaps, even though it's in the upright position, to instigate maybe something in the group here. Looking at your advice card for the first quarter, you've got the Seven of Raphael in the upright. So it's showing here, it's time to make a decision, be clear on what you want and take action, a need for detoxification. So it's showing here that you need to make a decision on something. Okay, and be clear what you want. Like I mentioned in February, going after your desires, what you really want, and take action on it. Okay, and a need for detoxification. So if there's been any toxic situations in life, perhaps you need to remove them in the first quarter of 2019. I do see here in April that we've got the Hierophant in the upright, and we've also got the Nine of Swords in the upright. So it seems here with the Hierophant, perhaps there's some form of commitment in April that you need to adhere to, okay? And perhaps some beliefs and values you need to kind of uphold. And as a result, you feel restricted because of this in April, okay? It's not giving you free movement as much as you want, all right? Or even if it is in a relationship, perhaps there's a relationship that you're in right now where you feel hemmed down in a relationship, you feel restricted in a relationship, some form of commitment that's kind of holding you back, okay, closing you in, almost making you feel claustrophobic in a situation. And if it's on a work situation, perhaps you feel trapped in a work situation, but you know you have to commit to it on that formal level, and that's in April 2019. Looking for May then, it's showing in May that perhaps, so yeah, there could be some needing to let go in May, perhaps. And as a result, this is going to cause you sorrow, regret and loss, okay? If it is on an emotional level, letting go. If it isn't, if it's on a more material financial level, it could be that there could be some drainage in your savings, okay? And as a result, it could cause a bit of regrets in that, okay? I mean, this Five of Cups is always about an emotional investment. It could be something emotionally invested in terms of your career. You put your hard work and effort and your blood, sweat into something here, and there's been some drainage in your savings, and perhaps you're feeling a bit sad about that. However, there's this needing to let go here, but as a result, there might be some form of sadness, loss, and regret, even on an emotional level. But materially, I just feel like there's going to be some draining in your savings, so maybe be careful with your savings in May time, Cancer. Looking back, it's looking into June then. So there is going to be an emotional offer presented to you in the month of June. Okay, if it's not an emotional offer, there's some sort of healing going to take place. But perhaps you need to let your guard down, okay, with the Seven of Wands. Okay, or perhaps you're going to let your guard down to allow this emotional offer to come through, or to allow some emotional healing to come through, not being so closed off, not being so defensive. Okay, and perhaps what the focus is going to be on in June, Cancer, is to perhaps let emotional healing take place. Allow that if there's anyone making an emotional offer presented to you, even on a romantic level, let your guard down. Don't be so guarded. Okay, but I feel like you are going to do that there. In terms on the career front, I feel like someone's going to give you some support here, a helping hand, which in results can allow you to feel less defensive in a situation. So the advice card you got for the second quarter of 2019, we've got the Ace of Ariel. Okay, so it's your lucky day, new resources of money, time or support, a change in job or promotion. Okay, so in essence, what it's saying here, that in the second quarter, even though you feel like things are not working in your favour, I think towards the second quarter, things are going to improve in terms of your finances, the time and support you're going to get with Ace of Cups in the month of June, okay? And you will get a change in job or promotion, which is going to enhance your situation in the second quarter. Looking in July then, this is your month, Cancer, so half of your sign. So it's showing here you are coming out of some sort of anxiety and sleepless nights in July. Okay, so maybe something's keeping you up at night, and then you're coming out of that phase in July. And it could be because there's some new material financial offer being presented to you this month. Okay, which is perhaps going to relieve some anxiety that you've been experiencing. And it's going to allow you to have keep on a solid footing, put you on the right path to where you want to be. And if it's on an emotional level, there's going to be a solid emotional offer going to be presented to you. That's going to be the first step to a solid long-term commitment. But on a material financial level, which Ace of Pentacles normally represents, there is going to be a new step towards that, a new beginning towards that. So the Knight of Cups, so in August it's showing here the Knight of Cups in the upright, and it's showing the Fool card in the reverse. So the Knight of Cups in the upright could represent a Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. Again, someone is making you some form of offer here, on an emotional front. And I feel like with the Fool card, perhaps you're not willing to take that risk, take that leap of faith here. Okay, maybe reluctant to start a new beginning with this person, even though they're presenting their heart to you, you're reluctant to start a new beginning with this person or an individual. And even if it's on an emotional front, there's someone here giving you some emotional support, which again, you're still not willing to take the risk. Maybe again, you're a bit too guarded about still proceeding and taking that emotional support that you need, which will allow you to start a new beginning when the Fool's in the upright. But at the moment, it's not allowing you to do that because it's in the reverse position in August. Seems like here in September then, you've got the King of Swords in the reverse and you've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So it could be that in August you're dealing with two types of individuals, Cancer. You could be dealing with an air sign, which is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now you've got a King of Swords in the reverse and a Knight of Wands in reverse, sorry. So the King of Swords in the reverse is someone who is quite cunning, quite manipulative, verbally quite harsh, stubborn even, arrogant. Alright. And you've got a fire sign, Knight of Wands. So this is someone who, again, is quite impulsive, quite reckless. Alright, so if it is two individuals around you, or if it's individual with this sort of combination, then you need to be a bit careful in August. Okay, but if it's just pertaining you, then it's showing here with the King of Swords that perhaps you need to be more a logical approach to a situation. Okay, maybe you're not thinking logically, and perhaps use your intellectual faculties to its best. And which then with the Knight of Wands could present you making the wrong type of action, being quite impulsive because of that. With not having the clear logical thinking that you need to proceed forward. You might not be having that at the moment in August. And if it is someone around you in a romantic sense, then I feel like this person is definitely arrogant, verbally abusive, reckless, impulsive, not a nice person to deal with if it is someone around you on an emotional level. And if it's someone in the workplace, again, quite a toxic individual as well, with some of the qualities I've just already mentioned. So your advice for the third quarter, Cancer, is a Knight of Raphael. So you've got the romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. Okay, so that's what Knight of Raphael represents. So the advice is committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situation topics that make your heart flutter. So it's showing you here that perhaps there's some sort of relationship that's going to develop more likely in the third quarter for you here. Okay, where you feel like you're going to feel like swept off your feet. Okay, and everything on the emotional front, things are going to be enhanced in that third quarter as well. Okay, if you feel like it's not going to be you in this third quarter, then do look at your moon and rising sign for the indicators as well. You feel like it's not just a romantic thing that's going for you in this quarter. In October, you've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and you've got the Two Wands in the upright. So in October, it's showing here that you're not able to move on from a situation. You're reluctant to move on from a situation. Okay, because why? Because you're at a crossroad with the Two of Wands. Okay, you're at the crossroads. You're not sure which path to take. And as you notice with the Two of Wands, this individual's looking at this, and it's showing here not being able to perhaps move on from a situation. And the only way you're going to be able to overcome this crossroads, Cancer, is to move on from the situation here, because right now you're reluctant in doing that. We know something served its purpose, sometimes best to let go, but right now I feel like in October you're not ready to do that. In November we've got the Three of Swords in the upright, and we've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, the Three of Swords in the upright could represent heartbreak, loss, hurt, or perhaps you're recovering from some pain of some sort. Okay, if you're not being well, maybe you're still recovering. Okay, and if it's not just you recovering over something or involved with an individual romantically, there could be hurt and loss surrounding an air sign that you're involved with in November. Knight of Swords in the reverse, and this could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Someone's quite reckless and impulsive, okay, and they're quite abrupt as well. So this person could just abruptly cut you out, which leaving you in a heartbreak situation here. And if it is someone not on a romantic sense, it could be someone perhaps in your sphere at work who's perhaps fired you from your job and it's left you hurt and upset. Okay, or there could be an individual around you that's caused you to be hurt and upset. Looking in December for you, Cancer, you've got the World card in the reverse and you've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so the World card in the reverse showing me you're not able to start a new cycle, a new phase. Why? Because maybe there's a Queen of Cups around you, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, someone who's potentially quite manipulative, emotionally unstable, controlling of that sort, quite resentful as well actually. But if it isn't a water sign individual around you, I mean, it possibly could be a situation where you're not able to start a new cycle here because the Queen of Cups can represent a water sign, which is you, Cancer. But I think in your case, I think it's more to do with perhaps you feeling emotionally unstable right now. Perhaps emotionally you feel out of sorts, and that's when you're able to start a new cycle right now in December. So your advice for December, Cancer, is the Three of Raphael. So reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. So even though things seem to be doom and gloom in the last fourth quarter of 2019, I think things are going to improve, Cancer, and I think maybe you need to kind of sort of like just go out and celebrate, get together with friends, and I feel like happy announcements and relationships will be made, I think, towards the end of the fourth quarter. Okay, Cancer, so that's your reading for the year of 2019 overview. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.